Johnny Mega here. And it's time for week 6 against the Dolphins. After a rough week 4, losing on not being able to block that last second field goal. Oh, so close. Had I just dove instead of jumped, I might have had that. We had bye week 5. And now we face the Dolphins. We have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Leonard Fournette. Slow fullback. Good receiver core. Tight ends don't scare me. The right side of the offense line is pretty good, but the left side is pretty terrible. D-line is solid. Not scary, but very solid. Linebacker core is alright. Jalen Ramsey might be a threat. He's probably going to be on punches all game. Thankfully, we have 3 very solid receivers. Ricardo Allen and Jabril Peppers. 2 good safeties. Wow, Graham Gano. 99 kick power. That's crazy. So anything with no win inside 42 should be in for him. But this is Canada. So conditions probably won't be perfect by any means.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Toronto Mounties. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team.
Ooh, in our rain.
Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach.
Special teams can be very, very important.
Football League, presented by EA Sports.
Oh, it's running inside, huh?
Moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready
I'll
to
actually try to watch the halftime show this time.
And
a lot of games have already been played.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto Ball Club as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins.
Nice
We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
The right side line is
Pierre
good
Desir in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down.
Yeah, that's
a very
kind of
solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 down. Green 18.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Kind of hope they pass.
319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And they did, and that didn't go well for me.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see him really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll run it now out of the gun.
There we go.
He's going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Oh, I know who that is.
On play action, now Rodgers. He sets to fire deep.
Oh, come on.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard
With these
line.
defensive backs that get that burnt with 2 men deep. Come on. Let's be real here.
Second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Actually, I guess my safeties aren't that good, but...
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know. I mean,
we're
just getting
called
started
our
here.
forward because that was.
You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a hit turn loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah,
and he's taking
face mask.
But he
Call
was
face mask.
Down by the face
yes.
mask. Here come the flags.
I was about to run out, and then
I believe this is going to be a first
personal
down.
foul, face mask, defense.
And he grabbed me by the face mask. Yeah, I accept that.
Cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down.
Can't block, can you, huh?
Sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
We just need to make sure we get a couple yards.
As this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Okay. I gotta send him in the street. Sharp will be open probably.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's
my rookie quarterback.
Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I blame that partially on
and that'll bring up second down.
The range, I
That
guess.
certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I need to make sure I got that one.
Exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. 12 more yards there and another first down.
This is why you're our starting quarterback.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this
days like this,
drive.
And so now
defenses actually cover you. Cover your guys.
Yeah,
you can run.
I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they're looking to throw. And it's caught.
Oh, that lucky there.
Braxton Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. This is blocked.
I'm surprised you don't fall over like that in this range. But as I said, special teams will be important.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping
hole
for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. And Rodgers is going to go
nice to have Jaron Reed back.
Jaron Reed breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, They turn into 6,
Alright,
7,
good.
8, and
Good
maybe
job, guys.
more later on.
A throw there,
And even more
but that's
importantly,
gonna
make them
wind
punt
up
into the win.
incomplete. So possession 1 ended in
Rather than
6,
waiting an extra 2
possession
seconds
2
and
likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive
Button with the
and
win at the
continue
back.
to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
That wind at the back could have saved us 13 yards right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
No, check, Patriot!
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And now running right through it.
There you
and
go.
able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there.
Let's
They'll
get
have a
funky.
2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Not even a chance.
All 3
to
options
pitch
were covered, and that was the best one.
swallowed up in the backfield.
Maybe I should have handed it off
It's
to
a
Henry. I don't
loss
know.
of 2, now 3rd
Probably
down.
should have handed it off to Henry. That
I
wasn't the
can't
quarterback
Hayward's
take the hit.
ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. They'll set up a throw.
Oh.
And
Ooh.
he couldn't hang on to it through the
Damn.
contact. Incomplete.
Is he throwing it too
You
hard or
can tell
something?
they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces
All right.
4th down. It's a 45-yard
That's
punt
just as
and
good as a
8 on
touchback
the return.
from that far
And
away
it'll
is
be
not bad.
Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man
Good, he
wins.
fell.
Let's go do it on this drive.
That's
Watch
close.
that leverage on
That was
this
supposed to be a
drive.
big
The
play.
first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation,
There we go.
He'll be
Big
hit
sack.
from behind and taken down. Jared
There we go.
Reed in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
All right,
It's
good
a
return.
nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So
Triple
now
option.
comes the offense back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of
We'll
a
get to at
lull
least the
here. A little bit of
35
a
before we
snag.
kick.
Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what
Preferably
you're
not
looking
to
for
kick, but-
is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a hit jarred it
Game
loose.
almost
It's
fast enough.
incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player.
Run.
Not a chance at all. Way easier said
No,
than
no,
done.
not dive.
Opted to
Slide.
run for it. The
Come on.
decision a good one, picking up the first, getting
It's good you
14
have a good
yards
carrying
on the
rating.
scramble.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Back to throw here. He's going to fire one
damn.
deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively.
I just
I
called this
often
play.
talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite
Yikes.
a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
What happened to your accurate arm?
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
I'm just going to take the
I'm
delay
starting to feel
game
for
here.
that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think,
just
there's
take the
still a
penalty.
long way to go in this football game. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Oh, come on. That's supposed to have backspin on it.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just
he can't build either.
off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Open man is Uzama. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Oh, there you go. What a hit.
The contact made the ball roam free and brings
Rasheem.
up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dumps it complete to Miller. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
Blocker.
And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup
Trying
for
to
him.
use you to get around him.
6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference as we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. It's caught, Shepard.
All right, yep, plenty of time.
Still using it. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They're going to look to throw. Goes underneath for Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense so far on
oh, wow, I thought you had the first down.
They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, come on. He jumped that route perfectly.
That sucks. With a pick. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Man.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a nice gain there, as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
That's minimum 3 points right there. Ugh.
So we've reached half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward
and
to the beginning of the
said I was going to watch
half.
a halftime show and didn't.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Really wanted the ball at my back and forth.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things, because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fight, and that's caught.
I thought for sure I was going to up with him with the ball there.
That one goes for 36 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays.
Ooh. I thought you made that cut better.
In that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Play that. I wanted to say for the inside the 5
that's not
here,
what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw.
Yeah, get inside the 5 before I go for the touchdown.
Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed.
Hey, gun!
Let's try this.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Smash corner.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to.
Oh, that was a bad throw. It almost worked because it knocked in the which out.
But it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to
nice
shake
catch,
his head
Sharp.
and not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Nice
Give him a gain
catch.
of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
That was huge.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Ill-advised pass will work.
Touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 5th touchdown
Oh,
now
that's
on
great.
the year. And his guys are able to
That was
strike
some
for
good
6.
stuff. Heavy stick.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Sharp on the zig.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They are nasty.
Back to throw again.
And my quarterback can't throw.
One incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite.
Thank
But
you.
in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field.
Sky
So it
kick
kinda
still goes through the back of the end zone,
closes in
taking
on
a
them,
lot.
and that allows you to cover a
Power
little
off
bit
it.
better.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed
I thought I
how
overcommitted
they were
there.
going to get that done. This is where
Ooh,
scripting
boy,
comes
that's
into
out.
play a lot
How
of the
many
time.
plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That would have sucked to me if that was play action.
But that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers.
Okay, good.
Rodgers is gonna
Coverage
go
sack for
down.
Nichols.
He's
There we go.
sacked. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And now back out comes the offense.
Set. 3-19.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Ah,
He's
holding.
going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding or blocking the back? Which one?
Holding. Offense.
Oh, yeah. That was Kool-Aid, man.
Whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Probably not passing this ball. Probably forgot running it.
He'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush
Man.
like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw.
Ooh,
Funches with
good
a
throw.
catch over the
And the
middle.
guy that's 7 a hard time
And
throwing.
they'll bring him down
No!
at the
Damn it.
27-yard line.
That's my receiver.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the
You don't
training
gotta have
staff
a good
works
receiving
on
core,
him,
but
We'll step aside and be right back. The offense on third down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
So we're all right.
They'll set up to throw. He may try and run for this.
And
he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Let's get it.
He might be back in time.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to kick it away.
I think it's too hard.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
Oh, maybe not.
And a great job here.
Nice.
This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That was a beaut.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And a nice pickup as this one gets to the 10-yard line. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Why am I blitzing so much?
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down.
You bring him down by the face mask. He ran right into your chest.
Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Come on, man.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore
Automatic first down.
how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
319!
On play action, Rodgers finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Well, now they have the wind at their back.
Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
319! Blue 58!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
319!
Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Oh, come on. Yes. Yes. Really knocked the ball out of there.
Had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here.
Should be stiff arming
make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Again, it's Henry.
There we go.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk
might be
during the
going
week?
with
I think the more that you talk about it,
toss.
the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A first down carry for Henry. Looking for an
safest bet to go with a handoff,
He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch
he
the
ran
football,
way
don't
too
drop it.
far back into its play.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Come on.
Incomplete. Nearly the pick they
Oh,
needed.
that was a bad read
They
on
would have
me.
loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle,
Two guys go for the hit stick, and
especially for a road team, especially for a team
they
that's
both go right off the
Call that a
returner.
45-yard punt, just
Oh,
2
man.
yards there on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the
was very little
kind of
contact.
tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag.
They get there quickly.
And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Right back to him on 1st down.
He jumped right over on the ground. Damn.
A Miami
There you go,
first
another
down.
first down.
Going for a gain of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
319.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Last year, the Dolphins were the second most penalized team in the NFL, nearly 9 a game, and now they've got 1st and 15.
58.
Working from the gun, Rodgers throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Let's go, come on.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. He's back to throw.
There we go. Good job, boys.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this
For some reason, I'm not seeing any new
They'll
comments.
get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he
There we
can't
go.
get a throw away. He's taken down. And now
Way to
before
get there,
this
man.
4th down play, we're going to get a timeout.
Way to be.
As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
319.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Nice.
No, it's incomplete.
Nice.
They
Good job,
had to
guys.
go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you
There we go.
over fast.
That ought to
give
do it.
time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Mike's 50.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. On 2nd down, here's Henry.
I'm just going to run around now.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling.
No, you know what? Man's been doing crazy shit. Maybe I should,
well conditioned,
yeah.
and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
You know what? Take a chance. Help my quarterback. He needs to develop a little bit.
Goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll drop the throw.
Oh, shit.
Incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You got EXP for dropping a pass? What?
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Back to throw. And he's
I'll just do it with my quarterback.
touchdown. And in the final minute, That should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And
not done a
really
kick.
Good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Without the games in hand, I want to see if the defense could
here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go there on the spike.
Maybe my defense could get a pick here.
It's incomplete. Clock now showing 0-0-5. That's all we have left here in the fourth. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before.
There we go.
And he's going to go down as time is now run out
Stats.
of this game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Oh,
Did you
man.
trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those
That
guys
was a
that
lot
gets
harder than it
scared
normally
about
is.
You trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field.
All right.
Let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is.
Well,
by the way,
up until we'll see you next game. Have a good one, guys. Peace.